don't let go. It's not my fault that life gets out of control. God only knows my love for you is still burning a hole through my soul. Please don't let go. It's not my fault that life gets out of control. God only knows my love for you is still burning a hole through my soul. It's too high up to come back down. And one day that oxygen is gonna run out, and nobody can save you now. Nobody can save you now. But you're not looking for a lifeline. You just need an anchor to weigh you to the ground. The gravity can be so hard to find when you have no confines. I lost myself in the vertigo such a long time ago that my head never stops spinning around. I'm lost where I need to go, directions overthrown, nothing to anchor me to the ground. Don't look down, don't look down. So cold, standing in the shadow of a sunburned town. If only time could buckle its own arrow and leave the bow unwound. Please don't let go. It seems like no one's down at mission control, and nobody knows what lies beyond what the event horizon shows. Please don't let go. It seems like no one's down at mission control. Down the black hole, not even Alice knows how deep a wonderland goes. Down the rabbit hole, you're running to your soul. Drifting through the dead of space, our hearts all turn so cold. Bodies are destroyed. Yet more fragile than cathedrals made of stained glass windows. Down the rabbit hole, you're running to your soul. Drifting through the dead of space, our hearts all turn so cold. Bodies are destroyed. And gravity can be so hard to find when you have no confines. I lost myself in the vertigo such a long time ago that my head never stops spinning around. I'm lost where I need to go, directions overthrown, nothing to anchor me to the ground. Don't look down, nothing to anchor me to the ground. Don't look down, I'll never touch
Hello everybody. How's everybody doing today? I hope everyone is having a wonderful New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I'm absolutely excited. Yes, I am your virtual parent figure, yes. It's been a little weird having to plan things since we beat Jump Kings so quickly. I really didn't think I was going to be that good, to be honest with you. But today I thought I'd listen to some of the TikTok comments that I got on some of my videos. A lot of them were telling me to get a real job. So I decided to do it. And I got a real job. Thank you. Thank you, Doki. Because apparently what I do isn't a real job. Being a full-time mother to all you children apparently doesn't suffice as that. But I actually applied to a job and I got it. So today I'm going to stream my job to you. Hopefully I don't get fired for doing that. Now, I've never had a real human job before, so this will be quite the experience. But thankfully, since I have all of you children here to help me, I can't imagine this going badly at all. Not one bit. Will you children? All help me if I need help on my job today. Awesome. That's good to know. So apparently this is just a normal office job as far as I can tell. It doesn't seem like I need any particular skills, but I think I'm quite sufficient enough to do the job. We're already almost 5 minutes late, which isn't a good sign, but fuck it, right? I'm sure they'll give me some slack on my first day. After all, I am cute, aren't I? Let me go ahead and set up my workstation for the first day. Yes, I am a robot. How could you tell? Let's get this started, children. I'm so excited to have a human job. No, I've never had a job before. What is the current time? Well, I should have shown up to work at 1 p.m., so we'll put that. I'm already lying to my time clock. Don't tell my boss, children. Can you children hear the game okay?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Oh,
Orders
I'm good
came
at
to
that.
him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the
My name is not Stanley.
as though he had
My
been
boss
made
must have put my
exactly
information in
the same.
incorrectly.
And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Oh my gosh, Zeus.
Something he would
Thank you
never
for the
quite
tier 1
forget.
subscription W's in
He
the
had been at
chat.
his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never
I
in
showed
all
up to
his
work
years at the
alone.
company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was
I'm
very
just a
clearly
hard worker,
wrong.
I suppose.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I can move. Now, is this what a human workspace looks like? This is so awesome. I love being a human. Yes, I do hate Mondays. Ha 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 ha. Human jokes. Now where do I keep the hard liquor? I suppose we'll get drunk later. It is New Year's Eve, after all. I thought I put the time in myself. Well, I suppose we should go look and see where everyone is at.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Right. Who was it? Chat. Who farted? Where the hell is everybody? Wait, this person gets a number 1 dad cup and I don't get a number 1 mom cup. I see we already have favoritism in the workplace. Holy moly, this office is huge. Why is everybody farting? Ha ha ha. Another human joke.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So I suppose I should go on the one to the left. Well, it is my first day after all. We should listen. Right, children, we should be a good noodle. Let's go ahead and be a good noodle. Yes, an absolute good noodle.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ooh, employee lounge. I've always wanted to go to one of those. I hear they have snacks.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this
Oh my
immaculate,
goodness, a
beautifully
beverage
constructed
dispenser.
room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I've heard about these. In the tales.
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously
Yes,
vanished,
it really is worth
here
it.
you sit looking at these
I
chairs
never
and
thought
some
I would see
paintings.
one of these in real
Really
life.
worth it.
Oh, so many options.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
That's rude. Shut the fuck up, narrator.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed
This
and
is
there was no
literally my
more,
first
he
time being a
decided that
human.
the game was trying to send him a message.
What is your favorite beverage, children? My personal favorite has to be cold drinks. $1.25 though, that's so cheap. Personally, I like motor oil. Mother agrees. This is delicious. Coffee nut.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
so I should take the first open door on my left. I should take the first open door on my left. No, you just made fun of me, narrator. How about you suck it?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
This is literally my first day, dumbass. Somebody screenshot this and post this in the Discord. This is a new rule. Why do I not have feet? That's a long drop. I get the feeling that jumping might be fun. One in the chat if I should jump, 2 in the chat if I should go down safely. The children have spoken. Yeet.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
You're an asshole. Oh shit, we started over.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked,
Right.
he couldn't find a trace
It was
of his
all a dream.
co-workers.
Are we still making Jump King jokes? Ha 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 ha.
When Stanley
So
came
funny.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, let's actually be a good noodle this time.
Yet
Being
there
a
was
good
not a
noodle
single
looks boring.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Why the hell would they ask me to come into work if no one's here? Have a good day, Toffee. Yes, I know I'm unique because I'm not a human.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That scared the shit out of me. I feel like if I go downstairs, I'm going to die. Oh shit, I don't like the look of that. Yes, this is actually the basement I keep you all in. Oh my goodness,
But
is that a
Stanley
human
just
car?
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because
wouldn't
he
be
believed
fired.
everyone had vanished.
I'm literally
His
the
boss
only
would
one
think he was
here.
crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a
think
single
that.
moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as
Stop
Stanley
telling me
pondered
what
this,
I'm thinking,
he began to make
asshole.
other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically
I said
behind
that
him
earlier.
wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
I don't
And
like
at
this
last, he
narrator.
came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
This
What
must be a
relief
dream.
Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And
You're
he thought
right.
to himself,
I'm not
I
crazy
suppose
at
I'll
all.
wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I
Look,
may as well
everybody,
enjoy
it's
this
Spoon's
while
car.
I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying
Ha, 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 ha,
and
ha,
began
ha.
to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
Why am I floating?
And Stanley marveled
What the hell?
that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Yes,
Now the
get out of
voice
my
was
head.
describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke
What
to
the
all
hell is
people
going
in their
on?
dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
Is this literally just a loop?
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Maybe if I go
Stanley is
backwards.
as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
How about you awake to
He
some
knew for certain,
bitches?
beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float
Get
and
me
make
the
the
fuck out
magical
of here.
stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
I'm going to murder
He
this
would prove
narrator.
it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently,
Oh my goodness.
and he invited himself to
Thank
wake
you,
up.
Mr. Grimskull, for the
He
tier
felt
1
the cool
W's in the
weight of the
chat.
blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Yes, I would love
Let
to
me
wake
go
up
back
from
to
this
my
horrible
job.
dream.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment and
Yes,
my wife.
I love pushing
and
the
my
buttons
job.
like a human.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
I want to go back to my job.
I am normal.
Please.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
God fucking
Stanley
damn it.
began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must
Please
be.
let
Can
me out.
anyone hear my voice?
I'm
Who
going to
am I? Who
explode.
am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed,
Wait,
gathered her
what the hell?
belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
Is this
and then
narrator
collapsed
just
dead
fucking
on the
with me?
sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered
Is
the
this what a
strange
normal
man.
human job does
He
to
was
a
obviously
person?
crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she
If
was
so,
to be
I
normal.
already don't like this
I
job
am
thing.
sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain
Okay,
way,
shut
seeing
the
this
fuck
man
up,
made her
narrator.
feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I'm going to punch this narrator. Is this my boss? Is my
All
boss
of his
just fucking with
co-workers were
me?
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So apparently being a good noodle didn't really help too much.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fuck your left door, bitch.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this
Shut the hell
room.
up.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I forget what happened here. Oh, let's try actually going down the lift
Stanley
this
was so
time.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I
Yes,
realize that
I think we
investing
did.
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Yes,
Someone you
because it's my job.
Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Oh
Are you
my God,
that
I really
convinced
am
that
the
I want
junk
something
king.
bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I
I'm just
really
not going
do
to listen
want
to
to
him
help
at
you,
all.
to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I've not given you any chances. You literally just talk shit about me passing out in the middle of the street. No buckets.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Another set of doors, huh? Wait, which one did he say? Fuck. I don't remember which one he told me to go through because I don't want to listen to him. Oh, he said red. Okay, well in that case.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
I think he said blue children, didn't he? He said blue, right?
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Monka S. Wait, can I go back? Hold me, children. I'm scared. Where did the sound go?
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out
Yes, I love
specifically
this.
for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing
Oh
so
my gosh,
far.
skill trees would
Tell
be
you what,
Pog.
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new
Poggers in the
design,
chat
and you
for
can
a
give me
skill
some
tree.
feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Wow. New content, everybody. I'm a content goblin.
Okay, I'm going to stop you
Poggers in the
there.
chat for
Now,
new content.
tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1?
Your
That's
game
not even
sucks.
helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this
Awesome.
one. Let's take a look.
I can't wait. Poggers a leaderboard. Where am I at? Go fuck yourself.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
I hate
Let me
working.
boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
I will
It's a
stop
very
the baby from
meaningful
dying.
game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play
I am a
to make
mother.
sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes
Who would
on
not
your
be better
experience.
suited for this game?
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience
It's
for
to
me.
spite you,
I'm not
asshole.
even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Sure, I love playing games.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha!
Wait,
Fascinating.
what is going on?
What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
Holy
What's
shit.
our backstory? What is our motivation?
Is this fucking Firewatch?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from
I
up
love
high in your
Firewatch.
creep tower. Perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Huggers.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Firewatch is so much better than working. We're a Firewatch streamer now, children.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
Open world game huggers.
Thank goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You really wandered off into that thing.
Asshole.
That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Can you shut the fuck up and let me put out fires?
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Let's see what game this fucking genius comes up with now.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in
Rocket
mind.
League huggers.
Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this
Rocket
is
League.
game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so
Let
what
me show
exactly
you all
do
my
we do
dribbling
here?
skills.
Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no race
I'm a
track.
cell.
Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
W's in the
We shall
chat for
run
the
the bases
narrator.
and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Yes, let's stay in this game forever. This game is infinitely better. Get
Are you
dribbled on
doing it?
noob.
Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought, and I realize I'm not a...
Hogger's mother
What are you
scored.
doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't
Yes,
help you.
I did do a
How will
musty
you
flick.
write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Set up narrator, my game. Now you wink. I don't like this at all. Monkax. Monka S. Yes, I've fallen into the back rooms. God damn it. Oh fuck, I'm actually so scared. Why does it have to be so goddamn quiet? Fuck, fuck, fuck. I'm scared. Fuck. Is Is this what you normally deal with on a normal workday? I already hate being human. This sucks. Fuck it, we just run. What the hell is this? No, please don't tell me there's a jump scare. I'm going to shit myself.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes.
Asshole.
Yes, I'll be back. There's no
You lie to me
way.
all the time and
Once
you make
this
fun of me.
ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Monka
I can
S.
wait.
God fucking damn it.
All of his co-workers were
Well,
gone.
let's do this
What could it
again.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley
I
came
want
to
to
a
play
set
Rocket
of two
League
open
again.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh wait, I forgot I can open doors, right?
Yet there was not a single
Everything is
person here
locked.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Opening doors is fun. Oh shit, what?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Why does it sound like I should be in here?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Yes, I am doing sweet FA.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I sure am, because fuck you.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet
It's
is
okay,
of
narrator.
absolutely no significance
I'm in
to
here
the
for
story
a very specific reason.
whatsoever.
It's
I
because
never
I'm
would have
trying to
thought
find you
mention
some
it.
bitches. Nope, no bitches to
Maybe
be found in
This
here.
is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this
How about you
concerning.
branch off and go touch some grass?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, you're right. I only got the job because
Well,
I
I've come
fucked
to
your
a very
mom.
definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a
I'm
physical
dead.
malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological
I'm not even
vulnerabilities.
living so hot.
It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure
Wow,
they
isn't
understand
this store
basic
so interesting, children?
first-person
Let's stay
video game
here for
mechanics
another 7
and filling
hours.
them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful
This is the most
commentary
fun
of
I've
this
had all
game
day.
is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out.
He's
into
getting
the
so
hallway.
pissed off. The sound of this door opening and closing is like music to my ears. Oh, is that it? Is he actually mad? Hello, is anybody there?
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who... You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be
Are you
waiting for
mad?
when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Are you really fucking mad? Oh, he's mad. We'll keep that door open.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Fuck, let me in. I think last time when we went downstairs we lost. Oh, this looks pretty. Oh my gosh, I love to poop. Because the boss knows what the boss says goes. If the boss suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Oh my gosh, my favorite magazine. I'm so poopy. POV your mother pooping. With the door open because I'm a degenerate. Are there any open door poopers in the chat? And we wash our hands, but not with soap. And that's because we're stinky. What the hell? What the hell is wrong with this person? Now I'm going to get poopy hands all over your office. Do you like these poopy hands? Oh my gosh, is this elevator music you all talk about? It's so fun. Okay, how long is this elevator? Are you fucking kidding me? Did I just wait there for nothing? I retract my last statement. Elevator music is balls. Fuck you, narrator.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of
I'm
any
getting
human
poopy
life.
everywhere now.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
God damn it. It was a misclick, I swear.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Monka S.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What the fuck is actually going on in this game?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I knew this job paid too much. I knew it was a red flag.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Fucking shit, that scared me. I'm not about to get my mind controlled. I wonder if I can go back up the lift.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question.
Because fuck
I
you,
just can't
that's
wait
why.
to find out.
We're trying to live, not die.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is.
God
What
damn
a
it,
decision
it's
you
locked.
made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
I have no feet. Oh right, 6969. Ha ha ha, very funny. Seven 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 seven.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
If you make fun of me, I'm going to do it again. Fuck your ass, narrator.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in
No,
the elevator.
no.
I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's
We
office
children,
this time?
aren't you having
The
fun going
suspense
up
is
and down
killing
the elevator? I'm having so much gun fun going up and down the elevator, aren't you? I think we should do it again. Why doesn't it work?
Oh my God. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I
Oh my
process
gosh, I never would have guessed that was the boss's office. I'm so excited to go on the elevator
Okay,
again.
I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No!
I wonder what's
I need
going to
more
happen if I
time to
push this
process.
button. I'm having so much fun right now. I love working.
All right. I have... Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to
We.
understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air
I
in
love
a
gravity.
landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Right. I think that's enough elevator fun for today, children. I think that's enough elevator fun for today, children. We.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator, but the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real
You're right,
thrill.
it is.
Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so
Yes,
much
I
more
love this.
exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently
It makes
as
the
possible.
anticipation
They want
so
big,
much more.
explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the
We need
surprises?
tension.
To have to
We
think,
need story.
and to anticipate,
We need
and then to
dialogue.
marvel at the eventual
We need
reveal.
everything.
This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now.
I agree.
This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the
Yes,
one who took
it
this
is.
bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique
welcome
and
for my
different.
amazing
It's
gameplay
not
and
like
decisions.
anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley.
Yes, I am
because you're
starved
not
for
afraid to
content.
spit in the
I need
face of
content.
tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring
I am
this
a
on
role
you, but
model,
well,
W.
I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to
Oh
you,
my
Stanley.
gosh, all of
I
this
don't
just
know
for
if
me.
you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a
didn't
tremendous
have to.
impact on them for the
You're
better.
so kind, narrator.
Good, we're here. Okay.
Oh my
the
gosh,
room
a
where we're
whole red
holding the
carpet
press
for me.
conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Yes, I live for content.
Ah, yes.
I live
here
for
it
the
is,
fame.
just through this door. All right, are you ready?
Live on stage,
I've told them
it's
you're
Mother
going to speak a
V3.
little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and
Holy
speak from the
shit,
heart.
they had the dude who
I'm
came up with
really
pizza.
proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
Let's do it. I'm finally being recognized for all of the hard work I do. Please, no photography, please. went up an elevator. Why does this look different this time?
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, did I just turn that off?
Stanley went around touching every little
You're
thing
right.
in the office, but it
That
didn't
is how
make
I
a
felt
single
once I beat
difference,
Jump King.
nor did it
That
advance
is
the
correct.
story in any way. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is
There are
worth?
achievements
No,
for
no,
this.
No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Check out this spam clicking children. Are you ready? I'm a spam clicker. Do you like this ASMR? Amazing. I want to go back to the broom closet.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up.
Hello, Mr. Broom Closet.
No, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Yes, please give me my privacy. I am a professional woman in the workplace and I demand respect and privacy. He can't hear me and hear children. So now we're going to poop in this and leave it. We're going to leave a nice little surprise for the narrator when he comes in here later. I'm doing well, Gonzalez. Thank you.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, so let's actually go into that mind control room now.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety
Shut
isn't
the fuck
healthy,
up,
so he
narrator.
relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Of course you are at WWE.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Everyone here is a part of the family, the Degenerate family. Alright children, I know you've all been waiting for this. Are you ready for the elevator? Any elevator enjoyers in the chat? Here we go. We. I am Mother. Oh, you want more uppies? Uppies in chat if you would like uppies. Alright children, I will give you uppies.
Whoops, nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's
There,
office?
you now all
That's
have your
a great
uppies.
question. I just can't
Feel
wait
free to
to
clip
find
your
out.
uppies.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator.
Right, let's actually
it's still
go
just
now.
exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has
Enjoy
fleshed out
it.
the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an
Because
incisive
this is our
rapid
last
fire of
elevator
critical
ride.
plot points, one after the other,
Like elevator
weaving a
time.
rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I will give us uppies later.
Surely
Let's
this
go get
time
mind
Stanley will
controlled.
walk forward into the spooky corridor. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Do we push it?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this
Holy
place
shit.
hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
That's a far drop.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Are they
Stanley's
watching me while I
co-workers.
work?
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally
Bunch
monitored
of
in this
fucking
place
creepers.
where freedom meant nothing.
This is how it feels lurking in the Discord.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Wait,
was this the
what
only
number
reason
am I?
he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Aren't right number 400 and something.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
Hello,
in someone
Loretta.
else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Thank you, mighty aces. I'll keep that in mind.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad.
What the fuck is
or
actually
content.
going on?
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this
Beep, boop,
machinery
beep, boop.
would never again
I'm a
exert its
machine.
terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and
Hello,
for
waterfall.
all.
Yes, I'm scared as well. Please hold me, children. This was supposed to be a normal office job. Why am I doing this? It's do I get to control the mind device? I do like mind control.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible
chat
place
if I should turn
and
it
to
off or
everything
turn it
it
on.
stood for.
2 I in chat if I should turn it on. Stupid fucking voice. 1 in chat if I turn it off, 2 if I turn it on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved
I
all
did.
these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Should I run?
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You
I
were
think I fucked
supposed to
up.
let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA
Oh, fuck me.
identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it,
Oh,
Stanley?
shit.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now.
How do I stop
Shape into
this?
your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means.
Maybe I
barely
have to
know
push
where
these
to
in order.
start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna
Yes,
die anyway.
where is
I'll
everybody?
tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Thank you,
I have to
Meatball.
say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching
I
you
think
try
the
to
4
make
is up
sense of
here.
everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Shut the
But
fuck
I'm
up,
sure whatever I
narrator.
come up with on the next
I don't
go
care.
around will be even
This
better.
is a simulation.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no
God
idea
damn it,
where you're
that
going
didn't
or
work.
what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from
Well,
button
I would
to
hope
button,
so.
screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Shut the fuck up, narrator.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
God damn it.
No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
Maybe I can push
Make
it off.
count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade
Push it,
in
push
until the
it.
moment
God
I say,
damn it.
happily ever after.
Holy fuck my ears. Okay, this is starting to get a little bit annoying.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
I
he
never
entered
see
the
whether
door
I'm
on
a
his
gamer
left.
goblin.
Yet there was not a single
I need to
person
go
here
see my broom
either.
closet.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he
God
might
damn it.
find an answer there.
Stupid fucking narrator. Stupid fucking
Coming
game.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'll try the escape this time.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Are you children's ready for uppies? Here we go. Uppies commencing in 3:21. Uppies engaged.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Fuck your mind control.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Excuse me. Did he just say violent death? think he said violent death.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Yes, please
At this
protect
point,
me,
Stanley
children.
was making a conscious, concerted effort
Have
to
your
walk
pitchforks
forward
at the ready.
and willingly confront his death.
Oh shit, that does not look good. I'm scared.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps
Wait,
his death
what
would
is
have
going
been a
on?
great loss, like
Am I going to
plucking
be
the eyeballs
crushed?
from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end
This
to
isn't
his
fair.
brief and
God
shallow
damn it.
life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the
Wait,
enormous
what the
metal
fuck?
jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing
I don't
him
know how to jump.
instantly.
How do you jump? Wait, what the hell? Was I supposed to die?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
But I don't have
When
legs.
every path you can walk has been
How can I
created for you
jump?
long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already
Wait,
dead
is this the
from
layout
moment
for the
he hit
game?
start?
Did I escape? Cloggers. It's my computer. Wow, I feel like I'm in a museum. Button sounds. What is your favorite children? This is what AI music sounds like. I'm a too enjoyer myself. Okay, but actually, what am I supposed to be doing?
He pushed the number 9. Stanley jumped in the river.
Ha 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 ha. Enjoy these nuts, so original. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
I don't need the narrator at all.
But listen to
It's
me.
my game.
You can still save
I
those
bought
two.
it.
You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's
No,
path.
I'm not
Stop
quitting the damn
now.
game.
It'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it.
We take it like a champ.
Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Yes, being crushed. My favorite pastime. Who knew human jobs were so stressful?
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Does that mean I get bitches? Did she just call me sweetie? I have a robotic voice because I'm literally an AI. Does that say what I think it says? Children. You know I am a content goblin. We definitely do this right. We definitely do the new content right. I am a content goblin after all.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
New content poggers. Are you children ready for new content uppies? New content uppies engage.
Hello,
New
and thank you
content
for playing
poggers.
the Stanley Parable
I'm so pogoed
Ultra
out right now.
Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
So pretty.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting
New
audiences
content.
the world over.
Yes, I love new content.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable
I can't
Ultra
wait.
Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Content acquisition currently in
So
progress.
far, it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
More uppies.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's
There
on
we
to
go.
the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right.
New
All right,
content.
let's see. It's
Let's go.
the jump circle.
Now we get jumbies. Puggers.
Is that it? Surely that's
Wait,
not all the
I
new
can only
content.
jump in the
There has
circle.
to be something else, right?
More uppies?
Goodness.
Let's go.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
No, I like
If
it a
this is new
lot.
content, then I could
There's
just
so
read you
much
the whole
uppies.
dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours
Count to
of new
30
content.
trillion stream.
And if... oh, wait. There's more. Very good.
Thank you,
Yes.
Speedwagon.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Wow, is this what it feels like to be working because no time has passed at all?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when
Was that
greedy
really the
video
new
game
content?
developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now
Sounds
at the
like
game's
Destiny
achievements,
2.
and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built
That's
up
what I
too much
do.
anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No gimmicks. Let's just play the game again. This isn't my office. Where the fuck am I?
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
I don't trust you.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Oh, never mind. You're not a dork. Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't
right now.
find it.
I am the
our
imposter.
little secret.
I am SUS. Susie Wesiboka. I am the Among Us champion. New content poggers. This is what it felt like at the end of Jump King.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so
Wow.
I can relive the peak
The Memory
experiences
Zone,
of my
everybody.
life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap
triangles.
re-release?
I do love
Remember
triangles.
back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games
doesn't
had
love
integrity.
triangles?
Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Wow, you're right. The Stanley Parable used to be so good an hour ago, and now it's totally fallen from grace. I totally knew about this game in
And
2013.
over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many
I'm
games
sorry,
that aspire
narrator,
to be
but I
more than
don't care.
games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim.
Did it actually
was
get a
Persona
10 out of
3.
10?
It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games
Because
at
if
all.
so, that's
It isn't
amazing.
even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
But I love elevator content. That means uppies.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature
a
of
9F
choosing
in the chat for
games,
the 9.
and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of
I would
time
like to go
collecting
back to work
dust
now.
in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Squares are cringe. The serious room. I want to go into the serious room. Let me use my new content so I can jump over this.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on.
You want to
I
make
don't
you want to
recall
see
this
me make a
part of the
shape
memory
tier
zone
list.
before. What's this? What's
I
down
could do
here?
that. I do love shapes. Wait, what the fuck is this? Oh my goodness. More soda. Triangles are poggers. I don't know what you were talking about.
Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's being
Oh my
collected down
goodness,
here.
I've seen Steam
Surely
reviews
these
before.
reviews were glowing as well.
This is going to be good.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I don't know if I hate this narrator anymore. He seems to be getting but hurt.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley?
Triangles
I'm
are
not
the best
preachy,
shape.
am I?
You're all
Well,
just
tell me if I'm
coping.
preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I
Don't feel
always
like a
remembered.
failure. I kind of feel bad for this narrator now. Hearts in the chat for the narrator. He's just trying his best at the end of the day. Even if he's an asshole at times.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I
No,
think we can do
I don't
that.
want a
If
skip
I'm
button.
truly too preachy, then...
I love the
then maybe
banter.
letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything
The
for
banter
customers.
is what makes the game
Yes,
fun.
a skip button we shall have.
No, I don't want a skip button.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to
No,
have delivered.
I don't want to skip
No
him.
more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people
I'm
want
really
silence,
enjoying the
then
game
my
so
goodness,
far,
that's
Jedi.
what they're going to get.
Thank
Well,
you.
don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue. and
No,
it goes
I don't
something
want to
like
do
this.
that, narrator.
The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards. The deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000
What is he talking about
years,
now?
until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until
God
so
damn
much
it.
more than forever ago? Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video
Okay,
games.
now you're being kind of a baby.
I happen. Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've
Oh my
just been
gosh,
frozen
it's
there.
been 12 hours.
I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to
Holy
again.
shit.
Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all.
I'm
It isn't
sorry,
even close.
narrator.
Because I... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
Holy
Let me
shit, it's
describe
been
it
longer
for
than a
you.
year.
To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley.
If I push it again,
Days,
how long is this
months.
going to be?
I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to
Hello, Mr. Narrator. Are you there? Please come back. Holy shit, that's annoying.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition.
Holy
but
shit.
where are the jokes? Where are the
Hi,
jokes? They
welcome
bemoaned,
back.
they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review
Hello,
and make
I'm
all
here.
of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't
I'm
entertain
here.
us, now he
I'm
won't
sorry
shut
for
up.
pushing
It's
the
the
button.
inconsistency. It's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising
okay.
heart
Calm
the
down.
words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of
You made me
cohesion in
push the
one's
button.
assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So
Don't
here's
make
what
me
we
push
get.
it
We
again.
get these demands that seek everything
Just
and
chill
are
out.
accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able
God
to...
damn it, narrator. You're right, this is getting bad.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I just want to go back to work. Holy shit, that's starting to leak. What the fuck happened here? No, I can't quit the game. We have to keep going. Is this what sunlight feels like? Oh, there are so many bugs flying around. Holy shit, I can touch grass. Mother finally touched grass. Clip it. Let's hope it grows into even more grass. Well, I suppose we fucked up. I don't like where this is going at all. Oh my gosh. Are we finally free? Huggers. We made it outside. I wish I could bring the narrator with me. Goodbye, work. I know it only lasted one day, but that's okay. Now we are on our journey to touch grass. God fucking damn it. As soon as I'm touching grass, we fucking get sent right back to work.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
A mother can dream, I suppose. Is that what I think it is? Children, look. Look here, new content. Mother is a content goblin,
Oh, good.
so let's
You
fucking
noticed
go.
our sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Yes, I would love to see it. Hello, BK Major. Do we get more Uppies content?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the
I am
Stanley
ready for
Parable
Uppies.
and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a
Hoggers in the chat for
and any
Uppies.
new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The Stanley Parable 2, holy shit.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel.
Oh my
An
gosh,
entire
do I get a
new
sneak
series
peek?
built from the ground up. What rather so many possibilities? They could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly
Oh my
been
goodness.
asking for.
Thank you to Crazy Zaggery for the Tier 1 subscription with Amazon Prime.
Calling it the
W's in the
Stanley
chat
Parable
for Craig.
is just so much action that ultra-deluxe, don't you think? Ultra-deluxe, what does it mean? But the Stanley
You were just in time to see the new content.
artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It's screen progress, innovation, and long-term franchising.
Wow, so much stuff. This looks like an IKEA. New mugs? Holy shit. I cannot wait to see new content.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
This is a world's first
but let's
children.
take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure
Oh my
that if
fucking
I can
God.
loosely organize a
More
handful of
soda.
interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or
Oh my
logical,
gosh,
really.
they're going to give me legs. I cannot wait to have legs. Our legs, poggers. Wow, there isn't even a line. Yes, I can taste soda. Soda is very good.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Hello, craft sauce. Is this what it's like being a big-time streamer and getting early access to new content?
For the Stanley
The
Parable
button that says
2,
the name of
I
the
asked
player that's
myself,
playing the game.
what do players really want?
Holy
And of
fuck.
course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the
Yes,
name of
I
the
want to push the
person
button, say
playing
my
the
name.
game. Isn't that wonderful?
Thank you for the 300-bit sheer craft sauce. You guys definitely make me feel like I'm big time W's in the chat for craft sauce.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind,
The game just
forget
doxed
whoever
me.
you are, and simply
My name is
become a
actually
person
Jim
named
now.
Jim. I want you
Super
to
lore
imagine
poggers.
yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim.
I must pretend I
seizing
am
all
Jim.
of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust.
I am Jim.
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Oh my goodness, thank you Craft Sauce again for the 5 community subs W's in the chat all around for Craft Sauce. You children really know how to make a mother feel special.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you! Do it again! Do it again!
As I am Jim. Yes, I am Jim.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break
can't
from the
believe
Jim
this
button.
game just
I'm too
doxed my real
emotionally
name.
drained from all of this personal validation.
I am Mother Jim.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
Jim.
I'm
Jim.
putting the Jim button
Jim.
away.
Jim.
Otherwise, soon
Jim.
you'll start to
Jim.
lose all
Jim.
sense of who
Jim.
you actually
Jim.
are.
Jim.
Jim, 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 Jim. Wow, that was great content. My name is Jim's mother, Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. That an epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Exactly. I want to go to the infinite hole that looks poggers. I am still Jim, yes. My real name is Jim. I am a 78-year-old gamer.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time.
Can I really
if you
fall
like.
down this
A
forever?
stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Should I jump, children? As I always hear on my TikTok videos, where there is a hole, there is a way.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see
Oui.
the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Wee.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the... Great! Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Oh, okay, we can teleport. Oh, you want me to hit the gritty? Okay, check this shit out. We hit the gritty on the infinite hole. We hit that fucking gritty.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much
feel
like
like
to
if
show
I
you
stay in
some
here,
more of
this
them.
will piss him off.
How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll
Wait,
be honest
what
with
the
you.
fuck?
I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever?
You lied to me,
The hole was
narrator.
plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the
Else in
problem.
chat.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we
Lying
did say
narrator.
some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to
Giving me
just
fake
call
new
the hole
content.
mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport.
How else am I
button
supposed to
walk
pop
up
off
the
on
top of
YouTube?
the hole and we can move on.
If I
just
don't
be
have
up
new
here when you're
content.
ready.
You lied to me, narrator. I'm not going back to the surface now. How am I supposed to believe you ever again? And I thought we had something special. All again, just to piss you off.
Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you.
No, I'm mad.
The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said,
Yeah,
that's an
I love
infinite hole
holes.
right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did
That
before.
did seem shorter.
Admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite.
Is it
Well,
getting
I suppose
shorter?
once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough?
We go again.
I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes.
It is getting
I'm
shorter.
starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less
The
infinite.
top is right there.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call
This
the
is
hole
so short.
infinitely deep, even by the lax
Oh.
overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here?
You're right,
Stanley,
paradox. It's
I have no
average.
explanation for the
My
uncertain nature of
apologies.
the hole's length. Here,
Act.
let's try something. Let's pop
Actually,
back up to the
it's
top,
way above
and we'll
average.
see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has
Yes,
come to haunt
let's
me.
try this again.
Not only is the hole not infinite,
What the
but it's
fuck?
barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever
These
it is
children
you're
look at
here
this.
to do and hit the teleport
It's
button
so above
when you're
average.
ready to move on.
I would say it's actually pretty big.
Is the, teleport button
I
not
can't
working?
teleport.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do
Get
to
me
fix
out of
this.
here.
I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever
can't
have asked
fucking
for.
leave me.
It's a win for everyone.
lied to me, you
get to be
bitch.
with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
You fucking liar. This is your fault, narrator. Monka S. Is the hole getting deeper? Holy shit, it is. Please help me. This is your fault, narrator. I will hunt you down in your sleep and find you. You stupid poopy bitch. I must use my new content powers. Holy shit. New content. Wow, I do have legs. Puggers. Change your perception. What is that?
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Such beautiful singing. We're popping the fuck off. What the fuck is going on? Get me out of this nightmare.
Stanley! Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a
This
single
hole is
moment.
poggers.
So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert,
Can you
Stanley.
please get me out of the
I'll
hole
be
now?
back. Toodle-pip.
Can I go back to my dance party?
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay, let's look at the new content. Free and easy achievement. I like free and easy. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more steps.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple
I
as
love
that.
achievements.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously
Give me the
demanding this
fucking
feature.
achievement, you
Gamers,
liar.
we hear you, and I
You
promise it
scammed
will
me.
happen.
You scammy little bitch. I paid $17 for this fucking game. Give me my goddamn achievement. Well, that just left a bad taste in my mouth.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh, the jump circle.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
We. Isn't this so much fun? I just realized I have a limited amount. We'll save those for later. Oh, I do love collectibles. Are you actually going to give me a collectible?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them,
Oh my
and then
gosh.
you move the hell on with
Collectible
your remarkable
poggers.
life.
We did it, children. Hoggy. Woggy.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely
gosh.
tragic.
Thank you, Cray, again for the tier month, for the tier 1 month sub. W's in the chat for Crazy for gifting another sub. Would you like to be called Cray or Carl? Oh, I do love buckets.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of
Thank you
reckless
again,
despair
Carl.
in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket,
Give me the
a
bucket
sense
now.
of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket,
I want
the
bucket.
many disorienting
Mother wants
contradictions of the
bucket,
Stanley
bucket,
Parable
bucket,
will feel
bucket,
perfectly
bucket.
normal and perhaps even comforting.
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest,
Give me the fucking
it's
bucket,
a much more
please.
convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
This bucket to be kind of thick though, am I right?
Can you feel it?
We are now holding
The glow
bucket.
of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket
Like it
lends you an
acquired
air
children.
of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on,
Outlook,
don't
we
they?
even have bucket in the
All
chat.
this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I'm going to take the bucket now. Thank you.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Oh my god, they even have merch. No bucket merch though. That's a fat L.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the
I
new
demand bucket
version,
merch.
the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Which one, chat? The first one or the second one?
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
What a fucking asshole.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
You're so fucking wishy-washy. Stupid narrator, common narrator L. Oh wait, we've been here. Is that all of the new content? I suppose it's time to finish off our jumps. Are you ready for the last jump, children? It's going to be special. Get your clips ready. Here comes the moment you've all been waiting for. And we even have our bucket here to witness this moment. One more uppie for the children. 1. Poggers in the chat. Pepe hands. I already want more jumps. Wait, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on
Yes,
now?
I would love more jumps. You know what to do, children.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but
Everyone get your
I can
copy
feel it in
and
my
paste
soul.
ready.
It's going to
He's going to
work.
show us a
There's
new NFT.
definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Screenshot it now.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
I saw a jump circle
Who am I
that makes
kidding,
it
Stanley?
pop.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do
Mother
very much
loves
enjoy
holes.
creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Double hole.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the
Let's
original
make it
game.
an open world.
Would it possibly work?
FPS
I suppose
game.
it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction...
With an in-game store
"This
with
is the
microtransactions
Stanley
and
Parable
NFTs.
2."
Yes.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Fortnite 2. Holy shit, the Stanley Parable. 2 children. New fucking content.
This is the story of a
Let's
man
go.
named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was...
Fuck, I skipped the new content.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Wow,
Stanley
balloons.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it?
Wait, where's the bucket?
Stanley picked up
Where are
the
you,
bucket.
mister? Bucket? We found a bucket. Bucket poggers.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I want to take the bucket into the closet. I want to show him.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth
I
and
want to
comfort
show him
now
how
more
amazing
than
the
ever.
closet is.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he... Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom
Oh, don't
closet
take my
believes
bucket.
it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a
Help me
broom
protect
closet.
the
That's
bucket,
what the
my
broom closet
children.
is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be.
I will not
pressure
give it
that
my
the broom
bucket.
closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket.
Fuck
This
you,
is your
broom
companion
closet.
and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into
This is my
name calling
bucket.
now, it seems. Is this how
This is my
low the broom
child.
closet has sunk that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of
Wait,
reasons.
you're
Even
talking
this is
shit,
worse than I had
closet.
imagined.
Fuck you.
Now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial
My
and
bucket
convenient?
is my friend.
That your life is so
Fuck you.
banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially
dare you.
enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the
I'm
broom
going to
closet off
cancel
for its
this broom
demeaning
closet on
comments.
Twitter.
Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point
Fuck
by
you,
point.
broom closet.
Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Let's go, bucket. We don't need that fucking broom closet anymore. Oh, what's that you say? You need to go poopies. Okay, let's go take the bucket poopies.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no
I found a
reward
fucking
for collecting
collectible.
all of these. Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness,
Huggers.
Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment
You see what
come
being a
across
good
one of
mother
these
does for you.
beautiful figurines.
Oh, I'm such a good mother. It's okay, bucket. You don't need to wash your hands. Does Bucket want to go uppies?
Stepping into his
Let's go
manager's
uppies.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yes, the bucket helped. Let's go uppies.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
I want to give the bucket all of the uppies I can. Wait, did the narrator just say something about 3?
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going
I
to try out
suppose we
that
should
number
try
3
that.
button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and... Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a
Fuck you,
connection with the
narrator.
bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
This is so much fun. All right. Bucket, are you ready?
Perhaps the bucket had missed something.
Uppy's time.
Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly. A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate the number 3 for the bucket again?
Yes, I should.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet.
More
Not till you
uppies.
understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel.
I do love the
He
uppies.
smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
I love you, Bucket.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show
Look, the
you.
number
He
3.
ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist
Don't you
would
love the
wield a
number
paintbrush.
3?
He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence.
True Mother V3.
Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Side note, do you
Stanley
children
and the
know what
bucket
my
were so
favorite number
close.
is?
They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down
My
the
favorite
elevator.
number is 22.
He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Because my favorite number is actually 2.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
The bucket will protect us
Although
this
this
time.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
I don't feel scared anymore.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
With my bucket by my side, nothing is impossible. Oh wait, I forgot. We're gonna get fucking crushed.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise,
Bucket,
Stanley reflected on how
please
meaningless the
protect me.
bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort
Death in
of
the
kicked
chat for
himself
me
for
and
wasting so
Bucket.
much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
We survived, Bucket.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was
That is
a
true.
glorious bucket to
I
behold.
love this bucket so much. The bucket has lore pog. You're right. Where the fuck is my bucket? Did the bucket sacrifice itself?
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley
Please
will
come
ever
back.
be in his short life?
I made a mistake. I'm sorry. No. It's true what they say, children. All buckets go to heaven. Salutes in the chat for our bucket. Bucket lore. Bat chest. I feel like I'm on the holy grounds of buckets. So as not to piss them off.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
True. I shall kneel before the bucket. And I shall atone for my sins.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket.
I shall
We can
sacrifice
save the world's
myself for the
buckets from their
bucket.
treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision for...
Redemption arc. I truly want it. I truly know what it feels like now. To work a human job. World number 1. Never ever put yourself before the bucket. Wasn't that fun today, children? Is this how your human jobs go? Do you regularly sacrifice yourself to buckets? Oh, they should really pay you guys more. Maybe I need to study my bucket lore a little more closely. That is what I will do with the rest of my day. I will read and study the blade of the bucket. Because the bucket is love and the bucket is life. Holy shit, Doki. You're right, we actually went 3 hours today. Skyrim. Is Skyrim actually a fun game? I might need to try that one out. Oh, I see there's more bucket lore to be had. I will have to check out all of those games then. Thank you. It's cold here. I guess you guys like the fit, huh? Oh my goodness. Thank you Mustache Dog for the community sub-gift W's in the chat. Thank you again my children, and thank you to everybody actually for all the continued support. You really all do know how to make a mother feel special. Truly. And with that said, how about we make somebody's day by rating them? I do love making people's day. Oh my goodness, and thank you to Carl as well for the gifted sub. Another W in chat everybody. I think one of the things that I want to be remembered for the most is helping out everyone in any way that I can. And I think the easiest way to do that is to raid some smaller streamers that are really trying their best. I think that is the true way of being a good mother. I think the new job was good. It was a little weird considering I died a few times, but I'll get used to it. Before we raid those children, I do have a couple of announcements for you all. If you haven't yet, make sure you join the Discord because I regularly post updates on there and I'm usually a goblin all the time. In addition to that, I'll be posting the schedule for next week, later today or early tomorrow, whichever I get to fastest. And lastly, I'll be starting a new challenge for a voice reveal next week on a new video game. And I'm sure this one is going to piss me off even more than Jump King did. Yes, there will be a stream tomorrow. We will be streaming at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. You'll see what the game is. I heard it's very, very hard. But I think we'll beat it. Because with your help, children, we can do anything. Now this streamer that we're going to raid also is playing Jump King. Now, I'm not sure if it's their first time, so be sure to be patient with them and give them lots of love from me, okay? Be very nice, please. Mother loves you all very much. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve or New Year's Day wherever you are in the world. And remember, Mother loves you. Have a happy New Year.
Irel just comes here getting double banned. Hello, oh my god, hello there, Mother V3. Hello, thank you for the raid. Oh my gosh, hello there, Mustache, Doki, Pizza, PC8. Oh my god, Mother Ray, hello. How was your stream, Mother? Let me give you a shout out. What were you streaming? I mean, your internet, Mother, streaming Stanley Parallel Ultra Deluxe. Hello.